What's up, man? I need to check my computer. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's been running fine. This is actually the first instance where we've had issues. So I mean, obviously, I'm gonna go run a diagnostic and malware bites and all these other things afterwards. But we shall get through the end of the cast first before I worry about that. So spawning here on the bottom central portion of the map. He's blue. He's Terran. Well, give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for fantasy.
Never left as the Red Zerg. Samsung Galaxy's Armani.
All right, so Armani, I mean, that I may have lagged out or blue screened or whatever you guys want to call it towards the end of the game, but I mean, that was over at the point of the disconnect. And the thing is, there wasn't really going to be him coming back after that. It's StarCraft 2. You can't all in. If you fail an all in, there's a reason it's called an all in, not okay, I just like really wanted you to hurt you, but you know, I'm really following this up with a mid game. No, it's a situation where he went for it twice, didn't work, counterattack was too strong, and fantasy of course took the victory off the momentum that it brought him.
Well, that's just a mouthful to say, so.
Okay, yes, but I think one of the things is, and this doesn't get appreciated enough, like, and it's more obvious, I think, with Terrans than most other races, but holding it all in is not easy, but if you do, I mean, you get yourself ahead a little bit. I mean, there's the argument that could be made that fantasy lost some SCVs, but I mean, it's really, unless you lose all your SCVs, it's not that bad, especially with 3 CCs.
Yeah. I do have a gasless opener again from fantasy.
Yeah, I can't really fault Armani for going for that either. Roach bailing on is like one of the single strongest, hardest, most annoying things to deal with. It's like a 4-gate against Zerg, right? So I mean, for fantasy, he just defended that really well. He was prepared every step of the way. What I really liked was the bunkers, and I bring all of this up because it's something that on merry-go-round is another very viable option. You got short rush distances between the base. It may be another build that he goes for. Plus, there's that cool factor where we see even with the full wall off at that ramp. How the Overlord hovers here and the roaches pick off the rocks and everybody just walks by and no bailings are wasted.
Yeah, yeah. Armani, though, not going for a gas opener. I mean, usually it's one. What?
So you're going to be like, I said to shush you because you'd be super loud. I forgot to adjust the audio when everything crashed. But you're good now, sorry.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so yeah, both players going for gases. Marine opener for fantasy. Armani just gonna get gases at a later time after a much, well, I think was gonna be a greedier third. I guess the question now is Armani going to mix it up a little bit and go for Roach Hydra?
Fantasy, no? Oh, let's go get that Overlord. I think Armani's gonna realize, like, I gotta take weird paths. I can't just take the normal scouts. He's gonna get all my Overlords.
Apparently. But I mean, I think that is the case. He's also figured out that he can go gasless. He doesn't have to worry about a Reaper, or 3 Reapers, God forbid, catching him without speed. He can be a little bit greedier.
Yeah. Oh, you might actually still get this one Overlord. Starts tailing it down to there. I mean, seriously, like, Overlords in this series have been like, the teenage kids, and Fantasy's like the axe murderer. Can't find them on spring break.
Wow, that got really dark.
Tell me that's not true, though. I mean, seriously, he's lost so many of them, and in the most unexpected ways.
It's not dark because if you really think about it, just the whole of StarCraft 2 is kind of dark. So, what's an axe murderer to someone constantly killing overlords that are peacefully flying around, just gelatinous blobs?
Yeah, what's an axe murderer to like a baneling?
Yeah, seriously.
It's like, oh, you killed me with the axe. Well, I guess you're dead too.
StarCraft 2 is like, it's not very nitty-gritty graphics. It's kind of cute. And you imagine Carbot, and it just gets all the bit cuter.
No, I think you're going the wrong direction with this.
What?
I don't think StarCraft is cute at all.
It's really not that nitty-gritty. It's like not super serious. Like,
well, I agree. Whoa, my God, what is this Overlord position? Are you serious? This is the sickest Overlord hold position. Fantasy actually had like 7 angles. He's trying to get. Oh my God, okay.
And it's really obvious where you can put it now too.
Yeah, it's like right over the Terran logo.
You're never gonna find the position again. Now you just put it right there.
So dumb. Of course, Viking will eventually come out.
You don't think the Marines look derpy? I mean, the bright colors, especially if like Game Heart is on.
I think they look really cool. I mean, they got the he's got the War Pig skin or whatever.
I thought they looked like really funny. They looked really funny.
No, dude, look at they look cool.
And they're like really small too. He's a little bitty Marine.
Scaling in StarCraft 2 is so off, like in such a bad way sometimes.
I always imagined that they were supposed to be like representative of like larger armies. So like one Marine is actually like a platoon of like 50 or whatever.
No, but okay, well, I can kind of see that because it's like the argument you made for like risk or something, right? But I mean, you look at the size of the guy in the missile turret, and you gotta understand that's a human being. So just scale, like, how do they fit in all these things? Like the Marine suit's supposed to be bigger. It's not supposed to be like,
Well, the missile
skin-tight
turret
body armor. It's more like a Gundam wing almost. Like,
yeah, this starts with like a Gundam armor. Yeah, exactly. So that's how it works out.
so Queen of Transfusion, these summons will not
Whoa,
the
the Marines.
Well, he drives them off, but I mean, like those Hellions are fighting for way too long. This needs to just run past those Queens. Just go for the mineral line. Just catch those
Armani
drones.
has always had a spine crawler whenever Fantasy's open up like this, so I guess he was expecting the same thing.
I guess
and dealing with Queens and spine crawler, obviously it's not going to do a whole lot. Oh, miss control there.
Drone count going down here pretty quick.
Actually,
he's gonna get the Queens for this too.
This has gone really bad. Armani didn't have speed. He underestimated how much damage this would do without Lings to help.
Oh God, drones being stutter stepped, but actually no more die. Oddly enough.
If the Hellions are like elevated up here too, that would be the sickest.
It's too far away from the cliff to get that done. Medevac's getting focused here by the Queens. It looks like the Marines are starting to go down. Does keep the Medevac alive for now.
Marines,
nope.
stop derping!
Yeah, you're talking about derping before. Now I'll agree, but now the Hellies actually do slip past, get into the natural base.
Oh no!
Oh. And this is Armani on 2 bases. It's not Armani on 3 with like 70 drones. He is down to 35 workers, and he's lost 22 so far this game.
Ow. Ouch.
So that went from being like a pretty decent attack out of a fantasy. The drop was alright too, to like really good with those Hellions peppering it up at the end.
Yeah, and Armani has gone for that 2-base Spire, and the Spire, of course, has been scouted. It's right there. And the last time on King Sejong,
no.
it really did not let him into a good mid game either.
Well, that's the thing too with all these drones going down. He actually doesn't have money. Like, he completes the Spire. He can make like 5 mutas. No, sorry, not even like 2.
Well, oddly enough,
he chose 1-1.
Yeah, he chose to go for 1-1. I guess he realizes that the muta timing is just, it's not going to be there anymore. So try and go into a macro game first, and then mutas.
Okay, well, the rampaging Viking is already starting. He's got 2 kills.
Oh, he's like an axe murderer. You know he's going to be in every movie.
Thanks, Samagro. That's such a creative reference. Where'd you get that from?
I don't know.
Did you make it up yourself, like on the spot?
It's like I'm playing off of someone or something.
Alright, so this Queen actually might be able to transfuse the Overlord. Sounds like a bit of a joke. There we go, but keeping it alive would be a big deal. Viking will fall, sadly. I guess it's the Viking we don't pay attention to that gets 10 kills, and the one we watch that dies early. Is that how that works?
Yeah, that Viking was more like the scary movie axe murderer that never does anything. I don't know if you've ever watched Scary Movie.
I saw the first couple, like, was it Anna Faris or whatever?
Yeah. Don't you hate her?
Man, like, she's married to Chris Pratt. I'm jelly.
I'm jealous for both of them. I'd be married to them together.
I would love to be in a polygamous relationship with Anna Faris and Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on that.
Actually, isn't her name pronounced? Like, I was watching Entourage one time. It's like pronounced Anna or something. Like, that bugs me.
Anna? Like Anna, like Anastasia.
I guess, yeah.
But everyone pronounces it Anastasia anyways.
Medevac actually really nice micro there. That's kind of what I want to see out of Fantasy before, but he'll deal with the Lings. He'll kill all the mutas, actually. Armani's got such a scarce amount of units. He actually can't afford to lose these.
Oh, yeah, you micro that. You micro that Fantasy.
But in the meantime, left side of the map, you're like, oh, great. You picked up barely a Medevac drop. Woo! Here comes all the Marines.
Whoop-de-doo. Now the Banelings are going to morph just in time to defend. Fantasy won't be...
That's like, what, eight Banelings?
Yeah, he could target down about half of them and then pick up. Or this Widowmine could do some damage. Nah.
That circling looks so weird. I don't know what that was.
Dorky and/or cute?
No, it's just like the angle it came in from. I mean, like the animation for it running down.
Damn, then. Damn.
Alright, Fantasy, his army supply, it's kind of the same situation. He's always just got way more than Armani.
Yeah, 62 to 38. And with slow Banelings and no speed on the way, they could be focused down. I mean, the amount he has now are pretty focused. Well, that's
He's got that much going for him.
Yeah, you can see if drops come.
Maybe go for Visual Sacks, drop some Banelings. Plus Suppy, you go for slow Overlord drops.
Yeah. Queens and slow Baneling drops.
Yeah, sounds about
legit
good.
strat. Legit.
This is not looking good for Armani right now. He's going to try to take an engagement, but I mean, the Marines are just going to be constantly like in and out, in and out. Spike Bar also going to get taken away and whittled away at. And again, there's the Widow Mines behind this. They can drag all of this on top of. I mean, the thing about the Zerglings going down too, like they're meant to just soak the hits so the Banelings can get close. They're supposed to wrap around, hold the army in position. But I'm kind of like looking around the map, like, yo, where's that second medevac we're so used to seeing out of Fantasy? Like, where's that additional drop going off? And there we go towards the north.
Well, it's because he had fast Overlord, so he knows he can't drop. Heh.
Yeah, right, because that's... Ha.
Ha.
It's actually is going to
Go.
unload and start chasing these around. Meanwhile,
Counterattack.
yeah, but it's not... I mean, it's the bunker alone I think might hold. There's not that many Mutilas.
They're going to the main now, but all Fantasy needs is like one round of production to keep up this amount of mutas.
I know, it's kind of like just go for the attack, you know? It's doesn't really need to defend if he kills Armani. But he clears up the overlords in the north. A couple still standing, but I don't know. It's
Those
that
medevacs.
supply again. 101 to 41.
Yo, those medevacs seem like they were bait. Like, come at me, Mutilas. Right over the Widowmans.
So I just
okay.
can't go over the supply. Like, when does this ever happen? Like, we cast so many ZVT matches, like, all the time. So we love casting Terran where we can, but like, I don't recall any other instance where it's been like, not once, not twice, but like all 3 games here that, like, in a row for Fantasy's victories that he topples in supply. It's not like a little bit that he snowballs off of. Like, this whole game, he's just been like dominating the supply count.
Well, the openers really did not
that
work
really
out
needed
for
some
Armani. Yeah. I really question as to why you know, he did it again, but I guess that's what he did in the first game maybe, and he won that one, so maybe that's why. Does have to pick up here again with a minefield, like, jeez, but they're still not getting the good hits they want.
Trying to find the Marines, but doesn't kill enough. Medevac's going to heal all of this up, and now it's triple the supplies. If double wasn't bad enough, triple seems to be what we're getting here. The retention of the Marines, too, at this point. Like, he hasn't been lazy. He hasn't been eating face of Banelings. Like, he's been very dedicated with the way he's been controlling his units up to this point. So, I mean, this is really just compiling out the Fantasy's great control has really just been making this even more, like, it's accented just how crazy the lead is.
Well, I thought Armani was going to die a lot sooner. You know, the fact that he didn't have Bane speed. He bought enough time to get Bane speed and 2-2. It's kind of, it's almost caught up with Fantasy. In fact, Fantasy, forgetting his +2 armor, only has +2 weapons, but it's just a supply lead. Out of the Widowmines. Oh, the Widow. No, never mind. Still worth, though. I mean, the Banelings is put on the Widowmines, not the Marines.
Well, I think the big thing, too, is he's lost a lot more mutas. What else is going on? The Banelings are pretty much exhausted. There's no round 2 of like 40 more Banelings waiting, lying in wait behind this. So, GG's finally called. Fantasy will be your week 8. Or not week 8, I guess it's technically week 10, but like the OlimoLeague number 8 champion.